హలో అండి, అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఇప్పుడు నాతో పాటు హానరీ కౌన్సిల్ ఆఫ్ జర్మనీ అండ్ అలానే గోయతో జెంట్రమ్ డైరెక్టర్ మిస్ అమితా దేశాయి గారు ఉన్నారు. వారితో మాట్లాడదాం. హలో మ్యామ్, హౌ ఆర్ యూ డూయింగ్?
Thank you so much. All well. How about you?
ఐఎమ్ గ్రేట్, థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఇట్స్ సో గుడ్ టు సీ యూ.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah. So ma'am, I'll try to ask the questions in Telugu because most of them will be watching it in Telugu. If
Yes.
you're comfortable, if you understand, that's fine. Otherwise, I would be repeating it in English. You can answer that in English.
Thank you so
as
much.
you are comfortable.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fine. So ma'am, మీరు ఈ ప్రొఫెషన్కి ఎలా రావటం జరిగింది? How did it all started?
Yes, that's a very interesting question. Well, I head the German Cultural Center, the Goethe Zentrum here, and the mandate of the center is to teach the German language and to promote cultural activities, German cultural activities, but it could be Indo-German activities. I was young when I went to Germany from India, a good 10, 11 years old. So I had India in me as a child and as Indian parents or professionals, and I grew up in Germany. So my calling was really to do things that brings Germany and India together. So when I was invited to be part of this particular project to start the center, in fact there was no center, I became the founder director of the Goethe Zentrum, and so my work really deals with students who are aspiring to go to Germany, or cultural activities. It could be an author going to Germany, it could be a German author coming to India, doing translation work between poets. So, you know, Jamila Nishat from Hyderabad, her phenomenal work on women, and Shaheen, her organization, has now been turned into a book of Urdu and English translations that was done by Dr. Uma Sridhar with the artworks of a German artist. Who has responded to the Urdu poetry, to Jamila Nishat's poetry. So this is such a rewarding outcome of the work that we do here. We have an Urdu poet, we have a translation, we have German translation of this poetry, and the artwork by a German artist. So this is the work that I do, and it's beautiful.
Oh, wow, nice. So where do you hail from, ma'am?
That's a very good question. I don't know where I really come from, but I am born to Gujarati parents. My mother tongue is Gujarati. I've never lived there. I went to Delhi because my father was working with the central government at that point in time. So Hindi is probably the most proficient language. I shifted then to Germany and grew up in Europe for 15 years. So the German and French influence is there. I moved on to the US and then came right back to Maharashtra and now in Hyderabad. So you tell me, where do I belong? I am probably what they call the very cliched world citizen, and I think I am that.
Yeah, you're a global citizen.
I am a global citizen. Presently residing in Hyderabad, and very happy for that.
Okay, for the past 20 years, right?
Yes, it's been over 20 years. The institute has been established over 2 decades ago.
Okay.
And
Since then, you are leading this.
since then I have been the director. Yes.
Wow.
We are fortunate that there's a whole lot of people who come and go, but I have people who come to us and then they don't want to leave, which is also very nice. So I have a program, the language head has been with me for almost 20 years. My other colleagues are there for a very long time as well. So very happy to be working in a state and a city which is soaking up information and knowledge. This is a state, while it is the youngest state in the country because it was born only 10 years ago or a little over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But the people here are ready to experience, to explore, to grow, to really take in what is offered. And that's what my work has shown, that Telangana is open for all kinds of experiences.
What is the big thing or the superb thing that you like here about Hyderabad or Telangana?
I think the people. I think the people are warm. People are real. They're grounded. That there is the opportunity and possibility to grow with the people. I recall there was one concert, classical concert, that we brought to Hyderabad, and with contemporary composers. Normally, people want to hear Beethoven or Bach or Mendelssohn and Mozart, but we brought in contemporary composers from Germany. And people came up to me at the end of that concert and said, I'm not so sure if I understood it, but it was very interesting. So Telangana is like a sponge. And that's what I like. I like the fact that they're open. There is a possibility of dialogue. There are issues. We all have that. But there is a dialogue possible. And that's the wonderful thing.
Great. And here in the consulate, what kind of activities or the daily job things that will be done here?
We teach the German language, and a large part of the people who come to us go to Germany to study, either to do their masters or to do further training. They go for research activities. Many scientists are part of it. The other part is professionals, and these are professionals who either already work with Germany and need the German language, or are ready to work with companies. It could be pharma, it could be academics, sociologists or historians, who would like to work and interact with the other academics in Germany. So we teach the language. The new thrust that Germany has, but also Telangana has, is of working with skilled professionals. Germany has a large requirement of nurses, plumbers, drivers, engineers, doctors. So these are the people that Telangana has, and Telangana is ready to skill them further, to make them ready to work in Germany, and we provide them the German language training. When we provide German language training, we provide not just the language, not just the grammar and vocabulary. We teach them about Germany, about being able to live with Germans, to be able to orient themselves, to be able
About
to
the culture of
about
Germany.
the culture of Germany, so that they begin to feel comfortable. If our people go, they go as strangers and foreigners. Can they become comfortable and call Germany their home? That is our challenge.
Okay. So presently, right now, what are the opportunities that are there in the Germany?
Yeah, large number of opportunities for all professionals of blue collar, white collar. There is a very large requirement. Doctors, for example, Germany is a population that is decreasing, but it is the third largest economy in the world. So in order to keep that space, to continue the growth and the trajectory that Germany has had for decades now, to be able to do that, they have understood that they will need to have support of professionals and workforce. And so they come to India. India has a very large number of students. In our state, engineers, chemical engineers, mechanical engineers, and all of these are sought after in Germany because of the kind of growth, infrastructure, innovation, and science that happens in the country.
Okay. So here, what are the things that you do to empower women especially?
Being a woman and being somebody who has grown up in different environments, I believe that a society can change only if the woman has the space to grow. It is crucial that women are given the possibility to flower. When we say that in the Indian context, it means that she should look pretty, that she should be good in the kitchen, she should be able to be a good mother, wife, daughter, daughter-in-law. That is one aspect of it. Everybody, not just women. A man should have that as well, to be able to look good, to be able to be a good member of the family. All of that is good for every individual. Now for women, we have created boxes. We have created boxes to say, you're a mother, and so be a good mother. You're a wife, so be a good wife. You're a dancer, you're a nurse. So there is women-centric activities that we promote in women. We don't do that in this institute. In this institute, the woman can be anything. She can be heading, as I do the institute, she could be heading a department, which is the language and examinations. She could be heading any part of this institution. She can come up and talk about becoming a film director. We invite film directors. She could be a writer. She could be a visual artist, performer. And so our work, thankfully, and that is the wonderful part of my job, is that we meet with all kinds of women. And my fortune is and privilege is to be able to invite them to be part of a project. And and we have women students here learning the language, and we have made this place safe for women, because that's something that we must do.
Okay. So here in this organization as a honorary council of Germany, so మీరు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేసిన ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ ఏంటండి హియర్ to create a amicable and friendly environment?
Yes. Germany and the West went through this empowerment movement way back, almost 100 years ago. When women fought in the wars shoulder to shoulder, when women built up the country, which is what happened to Germany. That Germany after the wars built up the country. It was the women who did it, because the men were not around. They had gone to the wars. So women built up the country. So when women did that with their children, they began to ask for equal share in life, in the personal spheres, but also in professional spheres. So their journey started much before ours in India. I grew up in that environment. I grew up in an environment where we talked about the physical environment, the beauty, the greenery, the trees, the landscape, the animals, and my space in that universe as a woman. That is what I grew up with. So I continued asking for that space. I continued to talk about who am I, where do I want to go, how do I get there, and who do I take along with me? Because that's important. It's not good enough for me to elbow my way forward and say, I, the woman, have made an impact on whoever. It is I and my lot who needs to move on, and we together create that space. So it has been a fortunate opportunity for me to be able to make that. We have a creche in this institution, which means that we invite women who come here, young women, freshly married, ready to deliver children and continue their work, because we have a creche.
Oh.
I don't think any other institute of this size has had a creche for the past 10 years. We invite mothers to bring their children. If they don't want to be in the creche, they are next to them at their desk, perfectly fine, because children will grow up to be something that they will see. And we want them to see their mothers active, empowered, strong, confident. For the young girls to see that, but for the young boys to see that, so that they see that this is possible. The mothers are not meant only for the kitchen. They may be very good at it, and a mother may cook up a storm for her children. Why not? Maybe the fathers also do, but they can see their mother in a professional space. So that is empowerment.
Very well said. And a very great thought, I must say.
Thank
really.
you. Thank you.
Fine. And can you say us about your family, ma'am?
I have 2 lovely daughters, and there are many members of the family. I have come from my very, very enlightened parents, as I said, educators, and they gave me and my brother, I have an elder brother, the same space. I was never neglected as a child in any manner whatsoever.
There's no differentiation between a boy child and a girl child?
None at all. None at all. If there was any differentiation, I was at an advantage.
Okay.
Yes. But it was because my brother is older. So if he got a cycle at 10 years of age, I got it at 7. So it was my advantage. I had an elder brother to also look after me as a person who taught me. He taught me to drive. He taught me to read the maps. He taught me to read newspapers. He taught me to be able to dialogue. So I was at an advantage as a girl child in the family in every way. I have 2 lovely daughters, as I said at the beginning. And those moments of growing up with them, they were growing up, but I was growing up with them because I learned so much more of how to bring up children, and particularly girls, in a country like ours, which has not been the easiest. There are many challenges that we do have. It is not a rosy picture, but you can put color into it wherever you can as an individual, and I hope that I have been able to do that for my children. They are strong women today, both of them academically sound. They have doctorates in their own fields, one in life science, one in history.
Oh, both are doctorates.
Both are doctorates.
Okay.
And both have done it on their own strength and achievement and resources. They have done this beautifully, taken me along with their growth. And I must say that is the generation that I have great hope in, because they understand their background, their baggage, and they know that there is a world which they have to carve out. They have to create. And it's lovely to see that they can do it. I have that in my colleagues as well. I have young women who come to me who sometimes tell me very sad stories. They say things like, I want to live before I get married. And that's a very heartbreaking statement.
Yeah.
To say that I will not...
Because most of the people here, they do things like there's no life after marriage. They are only limited to the household works and the kitchen.
And you know what a sad thing to say that? Because if a woman has a dream, she dreams for herself and her family. But for a girl to say, I want to live before I get married, marriage is a beautiful arrangement that the society has offered. And so in that, there can be very many beautiful experiences. And so to have somebody say that is very heartbreaking. But I meet at the same time young women who say, no matter what, I will do this.
Even after the marriage
Or at this moment. They have come from circumstances where it's very difficult for a woman to get out of their homes, to get out of their states. And then they say, well, I will marry where I will have happiness, to be able to say that. And I think that's wonderful for young people to recognize that all phases of life are important. And then they begin to, from a very serene and serious space, talk about happiness, talk about joy in work, talk about joy in a difficult situation. And they say, well, this is what's happening in my life, but I'm very happy doing this work. And if that is the case, they will make it in life. They will move onwards. They will take other people with them. And to see women grow in this manner, to see women become confident, to see women who are obviously dealing with all kinds of challenges. I interviewed a young lady today for a position that is open in our institute. There were a couple of them, and all of them, well, no, not all of them, other than one, all of them were women. But one of them had a drive. She had come from another state. She is a national sports person. And she said, no matter what, I will do this for myself, for my sister, and for my parents. I was floored. Now, if we don't empower that young lady, that will be snubbing life energy before it is really matured. And that is not okay. That is for you and me to see that doesn't happen.
True. So, ma'am, what do you think? Presently, we are in 2026. So, ఇప్పుడు women ఎలా ఉండాలి అని మీరు అనుకుంటున్నారు? How would you like to see a woman in 2026?
Well, a woman in 2026 should have already had the space to be what she wants to be, to contribute what she can. I'm going to deviate a little.
Sure.
When the country celebrated 75 years
Of
independence, I realized that I had lived a good part of it in these 75 years. When I was younger than you, a teenager growing up in the West, I had dreamt of an India which would have equality, gender equality, men, women, and other gender, that we would all be able to grow together. This was 50 years ago.
Wow.
And it's been 50 years, and today in 2026, we are still discussing the issues of those days.
You're still waiting to see that day.
We are still waiting to see that day. However, there has been progress.
Yeah. We can't deny that.
We can't deny that. Today I'm able to speak. You are able to ask questions, and there is an audience for that in your channels, means that we have made progress. Means that there is a niche carved out by women, and elder to my generation, they have worked very hard to get here. But that we still have the issue of safety, of a woman not having her space, for her to be told what to wear, where to go, when not to go, is not okay. And in 2026, that should not be the issue. The issue should be, what can she contribute?
Sorry to interrupt you for this statement, ma'am. Like, when you see, అంటే మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా న్యూస్లో వాటిలో చూసినప్పుడు some issue has happened and all the fingers are pointing out at the girl based on her dressing sense. Not like every finger I can say, but
a lot of them.
A lot of them will be pointing out the way of her behavior or the way she dresses up.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm pained. I'm terribly pained that we still find a reason of fault in the woman. We still think that it is the dressing that did it. Please tell me, why is 90% of violence on women done by people who they know. 90% or more. How is it that it happens in the house, which is the safest place? How is it that it is not, a woman is not safe anywhere? How is it that marital rape is not criminalized? So what does that have to do with what she's wearing? Right? It doesn't. It is pointing a finger. It is saying that somebody else is at fault but not me. And that is a pain point. That is a pain point because we are telling a woman, don't go out after this time. We're not telling the people who are
even the timings come into the picture. Like,
yes, yes.
She's out at the odd timings.
Yes.
She shouldn't be.
Exactly. Now, are the rapes happening only after 9 o'clock?
No.
They're happening through the
Absolutely
day.
not.
They're happening through the day. Is the violence and aggression and sexual harassment at workplace happening post office hours? No. They're happening within work time. So we are not going to be able to help the situation if the diagnosis is wrong. And the diagnosis is wrong. The diagnosis is that our society, women are progressing. They are studying. They're doing fabulously. There is no dearth of talent and strength in our women. The society is pulling them back. You walk 3 steps ahead, we pull you back for 10 steps. So you have to renegotiate all that distance all over again. Our society, which means our men, but also our women, are not ready to move with the times. We're talking of artificial intelligence. We're talking of 5G. We're talking of going to the moon for a holiday. But we are not talking about letting the woman sit shoulder to shoulder with a man and prove her mettle in life and work. We are not doing that, and that is a pain point.
Absolutely, yeah. And then finally, as the director of this institute, what's your long-term goal?
I don't know what to say because I have many goals.
Okay.
My goal, my desire, if you say my vision, my dream would be to see peace and harmony with my environment, with our environment, which includes everyone who lives in it. And everyone includes animals, it includes the trees, includes the flowers, it includes my full environment. I think it's the landscape that is harmonious. If you have a concrete jungle, you're not going to be comfortable. You have a lot of cement and glass and steel, and it may be very functional, fine. But if you have a tree and you have a flower, it does many things to you internally. So I dream of a world where there are no wars. We are in a war-ridden world.
Yeah.
And I may want to add that women are the first and the worst victims of a war. They are the worst impacted if environment degradation happens.
Yeah.
They have to continue going to search for wood for their cooking. They have to go out at odd hours, so safety. There are no trees, so what do they cook with? They have to go deeper into the woods to get that. Then they come back and then they have to cook and breathe in all this carbon dioxide. They are the first ones to suffer from that, from the lungs and health issues. I dream of a world where the woman can comfortably be part of a family where all members of the family, women and men and children, participate in building up their spaces. To have a little space, if not a garden, then a few pots of green, to have a little pet, cat, dog, parrot, you name it, or birds that are chirping in the trees. It is very idealistic. It is very idealistic. But it's not wrong to be idealistic. It is not wrong to dream for equality. It is not wrong to say that all genders are equal. It is not wrong to say that women deserve health as much as a man. It is not wrong to say that our girl child will not be given a doll but be given a little sports car. She may not play with it. She may play with something else. The boy can play with kitchen utensils. I wish for a world where we can dream.
That's great to hear, and hope that dream comes true as early as possible. And
Thank
very
you.
soon you're going to attend the Naari Shakti Awards 2026. You've been invited as a diplomat guest. So what are you looking forward for the event?
I am looking forward to seeing a sensitive event, event that really does justice to the women who are being presented with the award, justice in the context of talk about their achievements, about the roads that they have negotiated, to offer her not a cliched space of giving her an award, now be happy. I would be very sad if that's what is being done. But to say that we appreciate that you have walked this road, which has not been easy, it has been thorny, and that you have come out strong as a member of the society, that it is a sensitive, sensible celebration of womanhood.
Great. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time and for your words.
Thank you. Thank you. I enjoyed this very much.
Even I. Thank you.
Thank you.